I hope the blood of the innocent tastes good to you, Ted. I know it tastes good to Shurkov. Hello everybody, I'm Echo, and welcome back to 60 Seconds. Been a while since I played this game, but I wanted something a little bit easier on me. Now, this game isn't easier on my voice because there's a lot of reading, so if you don't like the sound of my voice, then maybe skip this video. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, we're starting off at this point because I already did the scavenging part because that can take me a good few tries and I don't want to waste your time with that. So let's go ahead and get into this. It's really weird when you get the feeling that something is watching you. Our shelter is tiny, but this has been bugging us for a while now. We checked all the closets and no one's hiding there. Is there something alive down here besides us? Maybe a rodent of some kind? If so, we need to show it that we are the dominant species in this little paradise of ours. I swear to God, if you ricochet a bullet into your dumbass skulls, I'm not helping you. Because 1, we don't have a medkit, 2, I just leave you for dead. Turn you into canned soup. Jesus Christ, they actually shot the gun. Please tell me you didn't break it. Hey, okay. Guns aren't broken. No one has a bullet in their head. Whatever it was, it's dead now. Quite dead. Maybe there's more hiding somewhere in one of those nasty little holes. It's not nice to talk about your wife like that. You know that, Ted? Timmy, you're gonna take your scrawny ass outside to go scavenging. We're about to go to sleep when we heard some knocking at the door. Who could it be at this hour? Who could it be in this part of the wasteland? And how in the hell did they survive the nuke? Should we open? Sure, what's the worst that could happen? A quick ending? What the hell? There was a gun. What happened? Someone started shooting at us. We closed the hatch as quickly as we could, but a shot or two grazed us. Dude, it looks like you got in a fight with a bear, not a bullet. Softer knocks tell me they hopefully won't be trying to kill us this time. The last thing we expected to hear while sitting in a fallout shelter was a trumpet. It was played by someone who was clearly not a trumpet player, and who would probably never have heard a trumpet player in his entire life. He came with a friend who knocked on the door and demanded that we let the merrymen enter, so they could take from the rich and give to the poor. Sure, I think this is a good thing. I think they'll... Oh, no wait. I think most of the time they ask to see the map, but this time they're asking to come in. Oh, are they gonna rob us? I hope not. It's not the end. And I can't see anything missing. They gave us a medkit. So we had those weird people over and they were more than kind. They gave us a first aid kit and we spent a lovely afternoon together dancing and singing. Then they left. Hopefully they took the drugs with them, because if the FBI breaks in here looking for Shurkov, I don't want to be caught with that. There's been some radio chatter about airdrops from the military. It's about time. All those taxes had to pay for a crate or two for us, right? Shall we head out to get them? Oh, no! I swear to God, if I screw... Timmy's back! Holy crap, mate, I didn't expect you to come back. I swear to God, if that screws me... Oh, he brought a medkit as well, okay. So he brought some water, a medkit... That's about it. And cards, playing cards. I swear to God, I intended to go after the crate, but I accidentally pressed the wrong damn button. Damn it. Ring ring, there we were, thinking we would never hear a telephone signal again, when suddenly a phone starts ringing from somewhere outside. We fear it's the phone booth across the street. Should someone go to answer it? Timmy, you know what? You did a great job with that scavenging. Now get your scrawny ass back out there and go answer that telephone. And I swear to God, you better come back with good news. And stay away from any strange vans. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gas relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they'll get back to us. Hopefully so, because that would be an ending. Our sorry excuse for dinner was interrupted by a raspy voice coming from outside saying, "Want to buy a rock?" We calmed down when we realized that the voice belonged to an old man, Jim, who used to live in our town. Well, at least we think he did. We just never quite figured out where he stayed. We should probably answer his question. It's impolite to keep people waiting like that. I swear to God, if you open that hatch and one of you gets stoned to death, I'm not resurrecting you in any sort of way, like I could in the first place. Well, no one's been stoned to death. Timmy's gone. Did the creepy old guy kidnap Timmy? Damn it. Hunger drove Timmy insane when he realized he wouldn't be able to provide for... He snuck out and never returned. What? You got fed yesterday, you greedy bastard! Old Man Jim was always lonely and friendly to everyone, so of course we opened that door and fulfilled his request. He winked at us and told us the first rock is for free, which we were happy to hear. A nice rock is a good thing to have, but we don't think we will be able to trade any of our supplies for it, even if it brings luck like he claimed. Okay. Are you sure Timmy snuck out in the middle of the night over hunger and old man Jim didn't come back in the middle of the night and draw him out with rocks, since apparently you people think that's intelligent? As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in. But we'll have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble, if that's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military. You can try. If Mary Jane comes back with a few of the things we need, we would need an axe, a flashlight, and a bunch of other stuff. So if she comes back with those things, good, we can get the military ending, but I doubt it. Good news, the government made a radio broadcast about extracting survivors from our area. The announcer asked everyone listening to wait a while longer and expect further communications in a few days. We'll be out of here soon. Good, hopefully Mary Jane comes back before then, otherwise we're leaving her ass behind. We felt that we should do something about our interior decoration. The feng shui is really off in our fallout shelter. While we were moving things around, we found a secret door. What's behind it? There's only one way to find out. I guess go in guns a-blazing, because I don't got a flashlight. Not having a flashlight is really screwing. Imagine Mary Jane comes back with a flashlight, and then every single decision after that is one that does not require a flashlight. That would be funny. Actually, it'd be more of a kick in the dick. Okay, who got shot? Hey, Mary Jane's back. Didn't bring a flashlight. Actually, what the hell did you bring? Water. And that's it. You brought water. You were out there for like a good 6 days and you brought water? That's it? Oh, fucking hell, we're screwed. A little concerned about the fact that I told them to use the gun to enter the closet, they shot it, and I'm not getting any information about it. Okay, that's not good. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. For just 1 can of soup, we get the bag and all of its contents. We can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us an angry glance every time we take a step towards the mysterious bag. Should we make the deal? Or considering it's probably a pretty angry pussy in there, definitely make the deal. Oh, no, wait. Oh, we only had 2 cans of soup left. Yep, angry pussy. Hey, Sharkov, how you doing? Are you gonna scratch our eyes out in our sleep? Probably. As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started to violently shake, emitting screeching, hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed up against the walls. When the beast finally escaped, it turned out it was just an angry house cat. The feline gave us a menacing look and promptly sat down in the corner to clean itself. Its collar says Shurikov. Is that a name? Is that its name? A name? Yes, that's a name, Ted. That's a name. We know very little about what's going on outside. It'd be a good idea to find out more. Maybe discover if anyone else made it to safety. A radio could help with this. Please don't break the radio. Don't break the radio, you two. Doesn't sound like they broke it. We're on day 20. I think that's the furthest I've ever made it. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into government's emergency announcement. Oh, fallout mostly gone. Okay, good. Good. That gives some hope for Dolores. Day 20, pretty sure I feed today. The cat's been staring intently at our supplies all day. Its eyes are piercing. You can practically feel the tension rising in our shelter, as well as a sense of danger. This must be how cats communicate that it's time to eat. Should we share some of our supplies with the furry friend? Well, I don't think we can. How much soup do we have? We have 1 can. Do we give it to the cat and hope Dolores brings food back? We just ate. Yes, you can have the can because I'm pretty sure Dolores is going to be back and hopefully she brings food. Imagine she brings everything but food. Hey, she's back. And she brought food. Nice. So we got lucky. The little devil utterly devoured the whole can in less than 60 seconds. God damn it. And left nothing behind, not even a drop. After that, it took a long, peaceful nap. At least it won't bother us for a while now. The note we found on our door today was a real surprise to all of us. It's not signed, but it says to whoever wrote it has been observing us for a while and believes we're the right kind of people. They instructed us to send a single, unarmed representative to a meeting today at midnight to find out more. Should we send someone? I don't think anyone will kidnap Mary Jane. They didn't take her. It's true. It's all true. They really are others just like us. We arrived at the rendezvous unarmed and on time, and we were greeted by a friendly-looking group of survivors. They're being led by twins, a brother and sister who seem to be friendly enough. They asked us some questions and promised to stay in touch. Holy crap, I may actually get the twin ending for once. I haven't been able to get much of shit lately. What the hell? Hey, cat's back. Okay. To our surprise, we found Shurikov back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. Is it our good care it appreciates? Our kind hearts, optimism, or just a stockpile of soup? Only time will tell. What stockpile? You have a single can. If that cat eats that can of soup, you're gonna starve to death, and Dolores has gone crazy. Great. Mysterious sounds are coming from our radio, but they're hidden behind a ton of static. Do we want to tinker with it a bit and find the right frequency? It could be something important, or it could be the opposite. Only one way to find out. I'm pretty sure for any of the 3 endings I've gotten that I'm able to actually do right now, the radio isn't required, so whatever. Tinker with it. If you break it, you break it. If you don't, you don't. We managed to get a slightly cleaner signal after twisting some knobs and pressing some buttons. A female voice talked about being stranded in space? She said something about her crew members going insane and eating all the soup. This could be a prank or just a crazy person, but still, we wish we had a way to answer her. For now, we can only listen. Interesting. Wonder if that's happening in a few parsecs. Curiosity almost killed the cat. Shurikov found a tiny wire sticking out of the ceiling and pulled it out. Plaster and debris fell on our table, topped off with a big meowing fur ball. What is this thing anyways? Nobody remembers it being there before. The cat might get angry if we take away the wire, so maybe it's best we leave it be, or should we examine the wire? No, leave it to the cat. I don't want to mess with that. Don't want to mess with the cat. Don't want to get my hands tore up. Hopefully, Mary Jane comes back soon. It seems whoever it was, they met their end. After a series of terrifying screams, radio fell silent. Just before that, a disrasted woman recited her full name and address. She used to live in our town. Should we take a hike to her house and find out if she left anything of value? It's not like she will need it anytime soon, having just been swallowed by the whole bloodthirsty monster from outer space. At least that's what it sounded like. Yeah, sure. Go take a hike. Let's see if we can get some food and maybe something to help Dolores. Oh! I got an achievement for some reason. Not a single clue why. The address Oh, I didn't notice we got food. Okay. The address led us to a small apartment nearby. Inside, we found work uniforms, several pairs of rollerblades, and some supplies. The whole place smelled of coffee, and the uniforms looked like ones a diner waitress would wear. Under a ton of coffee beans is a kitchen sink. We found a stack of papers and contracts with a company called Astro Citizen. Was this lady really sent to outer space? Who was she? We can ponder these questions while eating the tomato soup we took from her apartment. She didn't sound like she would need it. That is screwed up. You know that? I hope the blood of the innocent tastes good to you, Ted. I know it tastes good to Shurkov. There it goes again. Noises. Weird noises all the time. Are they coming from the pipes, walls, or is it something behind the door? We don't know, and it's driving us insane. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it already drove Dolores insane. We should sit down and relax, otherwise we might get paranoid. Okay. Yeah, use the cards. Use the cards. What's the worst that could happen? Swear to God, that was you ripping the cards in half. Holy crap, you're sick, but you've been gone forever. What'd you bring back? Really? She was gone like a week, and all she brought back was a can of soup. I'm tempted to let you die. But sadly, that's not an option. Our hideout was approached by a man we don't know. He claimed he used to be an accountant, but now he survives as a trader and a gambler. He offered us a card game for a bet of 2 water bottles. Shall we play? I mean, we have an entire jug of water. How bad could it be? Like, how bad could you guys possibly be at poker, you know? I swear to God, they lose everything in the shelter, I'm gonna kick them in the dick. Kick Ted in the dick, specifically, because the other 2 don't have dicks. Did we win? Did we lose? Ah, Lady Luck has smiled on us. Oh, the hell she hasn't. We won a vicious game of war. The man wasn't too happy about it, but he delivered on his promise. To water. Nice. No. I thought it was one of their stupid goddamn ramblings that they constantly put at the end of the goddamn entries. But it was the twins. No. Oh, did I just screw that ending up? Hopefully they come back. Please come back. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm just an idiot. In our broadcast from the military, they said they needed to locate the general area we're in, and they want us to leave specific markings close by. They said the markings should be cards? Playing cards. How strange is that? We supposed to go out to nearest stop and pin the card donated our head count there. Weird. Perhaps if we're doing it this time, the time is now. Do the cards, because I just screwed up the twins. Damn it. Oh, who's knocking now and trying to clean my glasses? We welcomed a probably crazy supposed scientist into our shelter today. It turns out that Shurkov is not only an incredibly ill-mannered pet, but also the scientist's highly valued assistant, who he calls Dr. Shurkov. The cat's disappearance has left the doc struggling with his latest project. He expects us to help him out as compensation for keeping his helper away. Oh, that makes sense. Kind of. The cat disappeared for a short while and came back with a note on its collar. Wait, well, let me read that. The cat disappeared for a short while and came back with a note on its collar. So was it the cat that was just knocking? It's signed by the scientist. He says he's being... It's signed by the scientist. He says he's being followed by a couple weird men in hats and sunglasses, making him temporarily go into hiding. His note mentions the construction of some sort of transportation contraption. Few details are provided, but apparently it can get us into the hell out of this hellhole. We still need to be stocked with supplies, which is where we come in. He wants us to stock up several cans of soup. I have water, mate. Can't you take water? The doc will come pick them up soon. Damn it, man. Hopefully Dolores comes back with some food soon, because honestly, I don't... What the hell? What was that? We got scared a little bit today when all of a sudden our map just fell off the wall. Maybe our shelter is haunted? When the map fell down, it revealed some sort of safe behind it. We don't remember installing it, but we can probably crack it. We technically have all the time in the world to do it. Should we try? Sure, what's the worst that could happen? What the hell put a Boy Scout book in a safe? I'd stop taking a drink of water just for that. Also, day 40. I'm like 40 minutes in this recording. That's kind of interesting. Also, you know, furthest I've ever made it. We're not sure how or why the map just decided to slide off the wall, but we're lucky that it happened. Inside the dusty safe, we found some supplies. A book. Nice. And everyone gets fed and watered. Hopefully Dolores comes back soon. And she's back. She brought soup. She brought water. We need one more can at the very least. I just made a bit of a realization. We've shot successfully the gun 3 times now, which 1 is rare enough. Usually you break the gun by that point. 2, we didn't have bullets apparently? I don't know. Unless the gun just had some bullets in it. Ah, okay. I do know that the doc will come back. So we'll have to wait a minute. I'm saying Mary Jane out, so hopefully she'll bring something back. The siblings have visited us today. They told us they're searching the town for a safe place that would do well as a possible camp. So far, their group has been living in a tent, but they're picking up more wastelanders every day, and they simply don't have enough space. They mentioned that a map of the neighborhood would be very helpful in this situation. Okay, that could be a good backup if the scientist falls through. We were happy to see them again. We quickly handed them our map and pointed out several locations that might be worth checking out. They left before it was dark to still get a few hours of scouting in the daylight. But they said they would definitely be back again to share some news and a friendly chat. We hope they find a good place. Maybe we could visit them when the camp is ready. Hopefully. Ah, I don't have your food. Just wait a few more days for Mary Jane to get back. Or if you see her and she has some food on her, take like 1 can and then come back and get these 3 and we'll be good. We'll be set. Damn it, Mary Jane. She brought a flashlight back. I don't need a flashlight. I need soup. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. We could have sworn that the huge puddle of water wasn't there earlier. There goes another one. Oh, damn it. We're getting flooded. Let's grab some of our supplies before it starts floating. Map. Maps. Grab the map. I don't care about the cards. Just grab the map. And there goes the cards. Great. Great. Before any of the streams squirting from the walls could hit our map, we tore it down, and it was the only thing to not get wet during our little flood. Even Dolores got wet for the first time in like 50 years. After the water level had dropped, we started cleaning up. We might not finish before the next apocalypse hits. Oh god, the mold. The mold's gonna be a problem, probably. Hopefully not. If Shorokov considers our shelter its home now, we might as well try to get along. We could try to carry it around and pet it on the head. All cats like a good pet, and Shurkout should hopefully be no exception. Otherwise, any attempt to touch the cat could lead to our ultimate deaths. Should we try to play with him? Sure, if he tears you from limb to limb, it would be at least funny for me. He doesn't sound pissed off. Oh, great. Is it the scientist again? We actually rubbed its head before it ran away in panic. It was nice and soft. They say petting a fluffy animal is good for you. And sure enough, we feel slightly better. Aw, well that's sweet. I'm still kinda sad he didn't tear them limb for limb, but whatever. We finally told the weirdo to leave us and our soup alone. We can't just hand out our supplies to random wacky wastelanders, even if they claim to be scientists. This whole phrase is over. Whatever. Phrase, force, whatever. The guy's gone. The trash can is becoming full of empty soup cans, and that unmentionable bucket is overflowing. Both of them are attracting strange, glowing, suspiciously big insect wildlife. Roaches weren't that big before the war, were they? Just smack the rad roaches. For the love of Christ, just smack them. That was close. A nest of those glowing bugs might have been more than enough to drive us out into the wasteland. Roaches are the worst, but radioactive roaches. Yikes. You'd expect the post-apocalypse to be a time of peace and quiet, since, you know, most of the people aren't around anymore. Yet, here we are, someone at the door. When we opened it up, we encountered a strange-looking man in a blue jumpsuit who asked to trade him a water chip? A water chip? What in the hell is that? Give him a bottle of water, we have plenty. The visitor wasn't very happy that we didn't have a water chip, or that we didn't know what that one was. He did help himself to the water we offered him and explained the chips is utmost important. Before we learned anything more, he left for the wasteland. What the hell just happened? The siblings are back with their group to announce that their camp has been finished. They are attempting to make living there as enjoyable as possible, and they have one problem: their children. The older ones can be trained to help in scouting and guarding the base, but the youngest get bored and really fast. The group has been going through rubble looking for toys and games that would keep the kids occupied and happy. Well, you know what? We can rip the harmonica out of the guy's hand who keeps playing it in the background. Yeah, you bastard. Get that harmonica up and give it to the twins. Dolores is looking a little less crazy today. Not only are musical instruments fun, this one is also historically significant. Harmonica was the instrument of choice of several American presidents. Let's hope the kids appreciate that and treat the mouth organ with respect it deserves. You mean with the respect it deserves. What the hell is up with your guys' writing? Is it getting worse as you get more insane? There's a man on our doorstep, and he wants to be our friend. At least, that's what he says. He looks harmless, although he seems to have accrued an extra pair of arms as a result of some weird mutation. He assures us we will not get sick and asks for our help. If we could provide him and his group with some supplies, they would repay us by helping us fight off the next raiding party that comes our way. What do we have more of? Water. You can have some water, mate. Whether it is pity or just a fear of bandits, we're not sure, but in the end we agreed to his terms. We'll be calmer knowing that someone else is looking out for us, especially someone with so many arms. And give so many hand jobs at one time. Ah, great. Alarm! Someone's trying to break in and they're not alone. We better get ready. Thank Christ I went with the mutants. We didn't think that a small padlock would stop them, but it turned out to be enough to discourage the unknown attackers. It seems that they gave this whole breaking in a fair shot, but ultimately gave up and left. Too bad that padlock is in no shape to be used again. We need to think of other ways to fight out the bandits and other soup-hungry barbarians. Like throwing doors at them and shooting them. That would work. Ah, shit, Mary Jane got nabbed. Great. so she's not coming back anytime soon. We never thought we would live to see a dancing cockroach. We still haven't, but we saw one that was nearly as big as a cat. The good news is, they've probably scared off any rats in the area. The bad news is, they are huge and will probably attack us when they get a chance. Mush those little bastards. Did the cockroaches eat Dolores? What the hell happened? This was a dark day for our family. This morning we realized Dolores has left the bunker. Unfortunately, she could no longer contain her insanity. We found a short note in which she explained that she was setting out to find her father, and that if it's her dream to follow in his footsteps and do something good for the people of the wasteland. We have no idea what she meant, but we're going to miss her dearly. Damn it. Of course, smush the roaches. So we're down to one person. At least that's less food. Can't send anyone out, because if Ted goes out, we're probably not going to come back. And he went insane. Great. While outside, we found something resembling a fridge. We carried it eagerly to our shelter, thinking it would make for a useful addition and a way to turn room temperature tomato soup into delicious ice-cold tomato soup. Except, we pressed a bunch of buttons trying to find the combination that makes the cold happen. While we were distracted, the cat ran past us and slid into the appliance. We tried luring it out, but it seems intent on staying in it. There are worse uses for a broken fridge than a cat house. Great. Oh god, there's a second pussy now. What the hell? Where did our food go? And our water? Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. Shirokov continues to occupy the fridge. Meanwhile, another cat somehow entered our shelter when we were asleep and ate some of our soup. We tried throwing the new cat out, but its claws are just too sharp to argue with. Great. I don't know what you want me to do about your mental health, mate. There's literally nothing I can do. The end. Ah, great. That's not what I was intending to have happen. It's an ending. It's an ending I've gotten before, but I don't think I've ever gotten on the channel. We're not going to run around like knights of the round table following some madness scribbles on the wall. The world is crazy enough as it is. We've been exiled from our home and overwhelmed by the sheer number of furry beasts, unable to fight them for even one more drop of soup. Their claws and their teeth are just too sharp for our soft flesh. We'll have to try our luck somewhere else. We'll miss the sheltered life. Hope the little bastards are happy in our home, and I hope they're happy they've done this. Great. Well, 62 days. I'm pretty sure that is the furthest I've ever made it. But for right now, I think that's where I'm going to end off this episode of 60 Seconds. I've enjoyed this quite a bit. It was a whole lot of fun. I'm not 100% sure if I already got that ending for this, but if I did, I did. If I didn't, I didn't. Whatever. But for now, hope you all enjoyed. If you did, think about leaving a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you really enjoyed, then I'll see you next time. Be good, be well. Goodbye.